Very good morning, student. So today I will going to discuss about Python Panda data frame. In a data frame, I will going to discuss about the different types of what different how we can use the null and all in this particular data structures. So, very good morning to you all. See here in this particular program, what we have here today to check the null. That means, is there any null value in a series or not? The previous day I have shown you that we have checked it and we have find it that it is giving a false. That means there is no null value in the series, and since there is no null value in a series, that means it is giving you the false as an output. Okay, but today's program you see that here intentionally I have taken one series. Okay, I have taken one series. So first I have import pandas as pd, then I have import numpy as np. So these two things I have done here. That means pandas as pd means as usual we called panda, and by the name of the panda what we find that panda is been called here as pd. Okay, panda is been called here as pd, and when we are calling the numpy, this particular numpy is been called here as np. Now I have taken here one variable. What is this variable? Variable is s. Okay, this particular variable has been taken, and after taking that variable, then what I have declared here, pd dot series. That means I have called one series from where? From the Python itself. What is the series? Till now what you have seen that we have used a single pattern of series. Now you can see here I have used a mixed type of series. Okay, mixed type of series. That means our concept that only we can use the one particular pattern of series. It is not that. If you want to create a series, we can make a mixed pattern of series dependent on the program that we are doing. So previously what we have done the data frame. We have done the data in a data frame we have used the different series. So when we are using a data frame and when we are creating the different pattern of series, those the different type of series what we find, what we can see that each of the series there are the different types there. Suppose some is of a name, some is of a run rate, some is of age, isn't it? So those are the different type of series that we have created there. So since we have created there those particular pattern of series, those particular type of series, in that particular type of series what you can find that there is what there you will going to see a particular structures. You will going to find a particular structures. In this particular structure what we can find it that we are having the particular work, and we are making this particular work to be implemented. Okay, so column wise when we are describing the series, column wise when we are taking the values, that means that is assured that each and every column must have a same type of value. There will be not an haphazard pattern of values there. There should not be any values that is which does not match with a column. Suppose in between the name if I take one number, it will not match, isn't it? So there what we are doing there, what we find it that as we are using the different pattern of series there in this particular data structure or the data frame that we are creating a dictionary there. In this dictionary what we are having are different types of values, and we are working with those different patterns of the values what is there. Okay, next what we find it that here when we are having this series when we are constructing this series, in this particular series what we find that series will going to have different types of value. So we can in a series there, it is not a specific series that for only for the name, only for the run rate, only for the score, or only for the marks, only for the salary, etc, etc. So this is not for that particular purpose. So when it is not for that particular purpose, obviously then what we can take from here, we can take a different pattern of value. See here what I have taken. I have taken first 12, then I have taken 33, then I have taken np.nan. Nan means not an integer. Okay, no value is there, null value. Then next what, 7. After 7 then what I have written, I have written some alphabets tigs, then I have taken another 7, then I have taken 78, then I have taken 9, and then I have taken np dot nan. That means this nan, where I am calling from, nan I am calling from the NP. Okay, series I am calling from PD. See the thing very nicely. Series, what is there? This particular series I am calling from PD. That means whom I am calling here? I am calling here pandas. Okay, but NP, when I am calling the nan, that time I am calling the NP. NP means numpy. Okay, so I am calling here numpy. As I called here numpy, what we find it, that two different functions, two different program series has been called and has been merged, and they are working. Okay, after we find it the thing is working in this way, then I have printed it, print s. Next, what I am checking it, print s dot is null, any null value is there. Then what it will going to do, check missing value true or false. What is s is null dot value dot any, that means finding any missing value is there or not. Okay, and how many missing value is there, s dot is null dot sum, that means suppose one missing value it got, it will store one, then another missing value it will got, it will store the another one, another missing value it will get, it will store another one. This way what happens, the number of missing values will going to increase. So as many missing values are there, as many type of missing values are there, we will find it that many number of missing value it will going to calculate, it will going to calculate and it will going to show to us. Okay, so this is how you can see, this is how we can find that when you are working in this particular work, when you are implementing those particular pattern, that means when you are using null, is null is a function. Okay, is null is one pattern of function. Dot any is also, value dot any is also a pattern of a function. That means what you are doing, under what way, any is under the values, values is under is null, and is null is what we are calling from is. Okay, so these are the things what they are synchronizing among themselves, they are making one pattern of synchronizations, and in this particular synchronization what it is doing, it is calling those values, as it is calling those values, those the value what it is, one by one the value will going to check. Okay, one by one the value will going to check. So as the value is checking one by one, then it can find that what is the data values are there and what pattern of data values it has stored there. That is a very important thing, we have to know it, that what pattern of data values are stored there. So as we find those pattern of data values are stored there, we will going to have a structure, we will going to make a structure in such a way or in such a form that a particular format that we can derive the value and we can work with the value. Okay, so this is the combinations what we are doing, this is the combinations what we do find, that when we are making this pattern of combinations there, when we are making this pattern of functional combination, basically we can say functional combination, and with a functional combination what we are doing, we are doing different types of what data combination speech also there. So those the functional combination and data combination that we find, what is there, we are judging it and we are finding it that what are the values there, and how we do have or how do we are maintaining those particular pattern of a null series. Okay, that how we are maintaining those null series, how we are calling them, how we are calling them, we are calling it is null. With the help of is null the thing is been called, and when we find it has been called with the help of is null, that particular thing what we find it, that what we are doing, the how many value is there, one is null, yes, then that will take and that will be added. Number 2 is null, yes, that will be taken, that will be added. So this way, one by one part, what we find when it has been finded that there are the values of is null is there, and those the values we need to add. That means we need to find the total number of things. So how we are adding? Using the sum function. Okay, we are using the sum function. As we are using the sum function, using this particular sum, we can find it, this particular thing is there. Now let us see what will be the output of it. Now dear student, you see the output. Okay, see the output. What we have, I have given first 12, then I have given 33, then I have given NaN, then I have given 7, then I have given TIGPS, then I have given 78, then I have given 8, 9, and then I have given NaN. That means how many positions is there? By default, you can see here, by default the particular structure it has constructed, the row number it has been given to us 0 to 7. That means all total 8 values is there, isn't it? So 0 to 7 has been given it here. Based on this particular 0 to 7, what we can find it, that we can do this particular type of data structure. So we can frame this particular pattern of data structures. That can be done by us. Okay, so as we find this particular thing can be done by us, we are working on this particular area. We find it that how we can work on this particular area. So as we can find that we can work on this particular area, we have to check it that what are the positions there, isn't it? We have given a check there, and by this check what we can find, we have to find out what is the position there. So position, what you see, that in the first case when it is checking is null, it is null, then it is saying no, it is false. So false came here. Second case is null, no, because there is 33 exists there. Third case is null, true. Why? Because there is NaN, no value has been given there, not a number, not a things has been given there. Fourth case, is it null? No, it is not null because 7 is there. Fifth case, that means according to index it is fourth case. Fifth case or fourth case, as you say, according to this indexing pattern, fifth case it is null. No, it is also not null, that means it is also false. Okay, then the fifth case it is null. No, it is 78 is there, it is not null. Then sixth case, is it null? No, there is 9 is there, it is not null. Seventh part, is it null? Yes, because there is NaN is there. Okay, so this is what you can find it, that you have different structures that you have framed here, different series. In a series, the values that has been given, those the values what you have given in a series, what you are finding that that each and every value in a series that you are calculating and that you are working, those the values are there, and those the values will going to show the structures, and this way we can do the first checking. What is our first checking? Our first checking is to check that in a particular series, the series what has given, what are the null values there. Okay, what are the null value we can find there. Based on that particular null value, how we can work on it. Okay, so this is the thing what we can see that we have here. Next, what you see that what has been given here, checking the missing values, true and false. It is true. Yes, we have checked the missing values. So how many missing values there? 2. Why 2? Because there you can see there is 2, one NaN and there is another NaN. That means only 2 position where we find that we have the value is missing. Okay, so in this 2 position what we find, the value is missing. Since we find the value is missing in this particular 2 position, that means it is calculated. Now question come, how it will calculate? Because what you have given there sum for calculation. Now sum for calculation, what the sum will calculate? So there are so many values, 12, 33, 7, 78, 9, so many values are there. Those values it can calculate. So it is not calculating this. Why? Because there before of that we are given there is null from S. That means from S we are checking that whether there is a value, if any value does exist where it has a null value or not. Is there any value exist where there is no null value, no value has been inserted? Okay, so when we find this particular implementation, this particular implementation that we find it, that we find it that we are having this particular type of data frame, and we are working with this particular type of data frame, isn't it? So this is what we can find it, that we are having the data frame and we are working on this particular data frame. So what we are doing, we are checking. We find that the particular thing is being checked. How it is being checked? The taking is done in such a way that it will take one value from each of the rows, and taking one value from each of the rows, it will going to see it that we can keep it, and we can have this particular thing. So we can keep it and we can have this particular thing. So this is the thing what we can find it, that we are having those pattern of data structures, and when we are having those pattern of data structures, what we are doing, we find it that how we can work on it. Okay, how we can find it, the data structures can be framed. Okay, so as we are finding those data structures that we can frame, as we can find the data structures that we can work, so this data pattern is what? A single series data pattern is there. So single series data pattern, that means in this particular single series data pattern, that we are having the constructions of the data and we are making those data frame. Okay, we are making this data frame in a pattern of series. So as we are making this particular frame, as we are working on this particular frame, what we find, that there are the different patterns of object that we are using here. Different type of object that we are using here. What is that object? That I have given here one NaN. Okay, so since I have given here one NaN, and in the last, in which case in the second and in the seventh part, you see here that another NaN is there. So those the NaN what we have given, those the NaN what we have been inserted there in this particular NaN frame, we can find it that we are working on this particular pattern. That means here previous previous videos that I have shown you the program where we are checking whether any null value is there, whether any empty value is there, and that the program will going to do this particular thing, that it is checking that no value is there, isn't it? So this is how we can find it, this is how we can see. So those the that we can find it, that we will going to have a different form and different pattern of the structures, those the different type and pattern of the structures what we are having, that we are making it, we are checking it, that whether any value we do find it, that is null or not. Okay, so this is what the execution is. Now see this particular program. In this particular program, what we are doing, we are demonstrating the particular pattern, and we are going from this particular type that we are having it. Okay, we are having it. So what we find it, that first we have done the limit command, that we find it that all this particular limit that we are instructing and we are going, what we have, we are demonstrating those particular limit form. Okay, so what is the limit form that we find, that we will going to do it here. Okay, so in this particular limit that we are demonstrating here, that there is an important import pandas SPD. Okay, we are importing the pandas SPD. As we import the pandas SPD, I have imported numpys and np here. Okay, after this particular thing has been done, then what has been done here, I am creating one dictionary. See, previous one I have done only a series, here I have creating one dictionary. So dictionary is not a simple dictionary, okay, not a simple pattern of dictionary. That means it is a series form of a dictionary that is there. So in this particular series form of dictionary that I have created here, first I have given name, name as what? Name as the particular pd dot series. Okay, so pd dot series, what we find that we are having this particular pattern or particular structures. Okay, so what I have given here, I have given here name, those the different names are been given here. Next what we can find, age is there, pd dot series, age has been given, and rating pd dot series, rating has been given there. So this is the thing has been given. After that what we can find, I have created pd dot data frame, data frame has been created, and this has been converted into a data frame. As I convert this particular thing into a data frame, what you can see here, this particular data frame has been printed. Then I am taking it in Ndim, that means how many dimension it has got. Ndim means in dimension. What is the dimension? Which dimension? The dimension of df. Okay, dimension of df. So you can see there this particular thing, that particular pattern we can find it, that these the particular structures that we have, we find it that we are creating this particular thing. Now let us see what is the output it will going to have. Now you see here in this particular output what we have to see the different pattern of objects. The object value has been given there. Now in this particular object what we find that how many dimension is what? 2 dimension. Now why 2 dimension? Here you see that this is 1 dimension, and this 0 1 2 3 4 up to 6 is 1 dimension. So what is the dimension that we find? That there are the 2 dimensional value it has, and this is what the dimension has been implemented. So okay students, thank you for today. I am ending my session here. Thank you all.